Hiya, I'm Avi, and today I'm doing a video about tarot and oracle decks that I used in 2020, ones that I purchased or were released in 2020. I'm doing this for 31 Days of Tarot, which is hosted by Ethany. The prompts for this year are on her website. Yeah, and this is my first YouTube video, so you can't see anything. Okay, now you can see my hands. I'm finding this quite excruciating because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna push through. Okay, so first of all, the question is top 5 tarot decks, but I decided to do 3 because I don't get through that many decks, or I definitely didn't last year, and I just feel like that makes me kind of think about which ones I'm really into. So I thought that would be good. So the first one I'm going to go for is oh fuck, sorry, I will swear, I'm warning you. Okay, the first one is Prisma Visions. Actually, I was going to show this side because I thought people always show the other side. And here's a book. Yeah, so this is a lovely tarot deck. 2019, it says 5th edition. They keep being new editions, and every time there's a new extra card. If you don't know this deck, it is it's really cool. It's very illustrative, and the minor arcana joined together, which I'll show you in a minute. I'm just going to show a few cards. Oh my gosh, it's so wobbly. Do you know what? All this stuff of like setting stuff up is way more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, just keep going. Anyway, sorry about this. Oh god. Right. I'm gonna say actually I did enjoy this book. But sometimes it's a bit weird. It's written by a different person. It says it somewhere. Than the artist. Yeah. Actually, one of the most confusing cards I found was the Fool, but apart from that, yeah, it's really interesting. A lot of arms as well. Oh my gosh, I've got to stop touching it. Okay, just keep going, keep going. Right. So I decided that I would show the same cards for different decks that I'm going to show you. So, yeah. I've got the, well, I thought it would be suitable to show the 20 and the 21. Judgment and the World. This is quite unusual. I really like this. Yeah, I say so fucking much. It's just a real problem. Anyway, I've done it again. I've done it again. Oh my gosh, just stop saying Right, it's because I'm stressed probably, but I'm going to carry on. Shall I just re-record this? Shall I re-record this? Oh god. Right. It's a bit of an unusual world card. Anyway. Okay, and then I've got a couple of court cards. That is the Knight of Pentacles, no, King of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. And here, if you don't know this deck already, you will be amazed because basically all the minors join together. It's sort of surprising actually that more decks don't do this. I know that the Fairy Tarot has like cards in pairs, but they're just kind of like different cards through the deck. And actually, I'm showing the wands. I really enjoyed the wands. Like, this is quite an unusual 7 of Wands. I found that the what it says in the guidebook's quite a lot to do with creativity in the wands, which I really appreciated. Whereas at the beginning, I wasn't sure if I liked the wands like visually as much as some of the others because they're just beautiful, a lot of them. But I mean, this is just lovely, isn't it? But I really, once I kind of like knew the story, I got even really more into it. There's these kind of thing about sparks of, can you see that actually? Yeah, you can. Okay, so it's like sparks of creativity and things growing. That's like the story of the wands, and it in the book it also kind of tells it like a story. So yeah, I really appreciated that. This was it my second indie deck? So that was fun, and I just spent the summer kind of like looking at these cards and stuff. I feel like for me, I either need to use the book or I need to like get to use this deck more in some of the cards where it's a bit unusual. Like this is another example where it looks kind of like the Six of Swords, but it's the Six of Wands. Like most of them, you know, kind of like it's pretty straightforward. But I mean, I suppose this is not like your typical King of Pentacles, but they're just so tasty. Like they're just, yeah, it's funny. Another deck I realise, like all my decks have a slightly childish aspect, but not like all my decks that I have or all the decks I'm interested in, but all the decks I'm actually showing now as like my top 3. So that's actually interesting for me. But this is kind of more like a fairy tale arty story, but it's not, I don't know, I don't find it like childish, but yeah, I don't know, it's not dark, is it? But yeah, I just recommend this deck basically. Shit, how long have I been talking for? Can I tell? Ages. Fucking hell, ages. Okay, keep going. Right, I'm just gonna try and race through this a bit more. Okay, so another one I was quite excited to get this. This is called the Victorian Fairy Tarot, and I saw this one ages ago, and then it was unavailable and it was expensive. And this was expensive, but it wasn't as expensive as it could have been. It wasn't hundreds of pounds, but it's like the most I've ever paid. So even though originally it was kind of mass market, whatever you call it. So on this one, I'm actually showing Swords, which is winter, and then not a sequence. I feel like I want everything to match up now. But yeah, I just thought that might be good because it's winter now where I am. Maybe not in the Australias and South Africas and everything. Yeah, so this is another, like I said, kind of like story deck. Your Judgment card. I don't know this deck, I've got to admit, like I've unwrapped it and looked at it and I was so excited to have it, but it's not one I've used a lot since I've had it. I've kind of saved it, and partly because it was expensive and everything, I kind of didn't want to mess it up. But it's not that I'm not going to, it's just that there's my little arm again. It's just that I was just sort of saving the day, you know. So this is my King of Pentacles and my Knight of Cups. I think one of the things I like the age variation. I mean, obviously it's not like diversity in the modern sense we want. I think, yeah, I mean, Victorian is a good word for it, but it's, yeah, I read lots of reviews and yeah, I'm just like really into it basically. So let's move on. Gosh, I haven't actually got a box, unfortunately, but I have got the book, which I might show on one of my other videos. And then lastly, but not least, I've got a box, the Tarot of Pagan Cats, which I already had, and I do love, I love cats, but yeah, I didn't think I'd be into cat decks, but I just like this one. And this is the first deck I got in my like recent era of being interested in tarot. It's really good if you want to use it as a kind of Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but different. Here's your Judgment and your World. I mean, these are both slightly more unusual cards actually, but a lot of them they really replicate. Like here's an example, King of Pentacles. It's very similar to what you get in Rider-Waite-Smith. Anyway, and I got this mini one because the dog ate my last one, which was full size. I want to get the full size one, but I don't like the new version with the borders, but at least I got this one. Yeah, so Here's wands we've got again, like we had for Prisma Visions. Hopefully you can see those, even need it pretty mini. I just like, what I really like about this is how they show the cat, the cats look really real, and they use the body language of cats. I think it's just creatively done. Like, this is good, it's good speed. But say like this, I don't know how you can make a cat look arrogant. Like, if I was trying to like follow a brief to do this, or, you know, you just wouldn't think you'd manage to convey so many kind of emotions and things, you know, like there is in the Rider-Waite-Smith. There's quite a lot of kind of acting out the emotions or the story, and I feel like there's just so much of that in this, and it's cats, so it's quite cool that they've managed to achieve that. And the borders are a little bit average, but I don't really dislike what they've done with the new one, where it's like got a line down the bottom. Anyway, the miniature moan. But yeah, say something like this kind of defensiveness, or it's a bit of a magical look in this one, which is interesting. So yeah, I never really noticed it being like that pagan or witchy, apart from like this one. There's like literally a cauldron and stuff there. But yeah, I suppose probably I'm not paying attention because this looks like some kind of magic circle and stuff like that. I do know this deck quite well. It's probably the one I know best at this point in time, apart from the Rider-Waite-Smith, just because like all the teaching materials use Rider-Waite-Smith. Yes, so those are my three. This one, Victorian Fairy, which I don't have. Let's say the Awakening. Let's put the 2020 cards on there. And then Prisma Visions. So I'm just going to recap what these decks are. This is the Prisma Visions. This is the Victorian Fairy Tarot. And this is the Tarot of Pagan Cats. And I'm going to put one more in as like a bonus. I've only just got hold of, but I also bought this. Can you see that? Okay, which is the Book of Shadows. You can see what it says anyway. Book of Shadows Tarot. Oh shit. And I was going to buy, I really wanted the, so there's two in here. As above, so below. So I wanted the so below one, which like nobody uses, and it's just like a bit of a niche interest that I'm into it. But yeah, so it's in here in this little box set. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about boxes. Here it is. But I've left it sealed for reasons that I'm not going to go into. But I decided I did want to get the full set with the other deck, which I wasn't really thinking I'm going to use this as a tarot deck, but I thought these are quite fascinating. Like, this is the Sun, Mercury, Venus, so this is in the order of planets, like I've just put Earth in there, third rock from the Sun, Mars and everything. Yeah, I don't know, I just like having these pictures. I love this one, so great. Neptune. So I'm trying to kind of like remember my planets and which order they go in. I'm quite interested in real life planets. And the book as well, which is Barbara Moore, is really interesting, and it has it's got stuff about paganism and like pagan magic and stuff. I don't know, it's funny because I'm not going to go into this in this video, but I'm interested in pagan, but I'm not like a witch or practicing anything, but it's something I've become slightly interested in, but I have other aspects to my faith, so I might talk about that in another video. Anyway, so that's the bonus, and I'm not going to talk about oracle decks because this video is ridiculously long because I'm too stressed. So oh god, anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this, and sorry it's a bit wobbly, but anyway, hopefully you can click on my next video if you're interested and watch my thoughts on oracles. Bye for now.